जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग गंधर्विका गिरिधारी जुग जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग शिशि राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्त्वात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग शिशि राधा नयननाथ जी की जय। जय श्री गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ देव की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिस्तोम विष्णुपाद परमहंसास्ततर सचिशिला भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिस्तोम विष्णुपाद परमहंसास्ततर सचिशिला भक्ति दैत माधव गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिस्तोम विष्णुपाद परमहंसास्ततर सचिशिला भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की जय। जय परमहंसा शिला गौर किशोर दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय शिशिला सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। जय वैष्णव सार्वभौम शिला जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय श्री रूपानुग गुरुवर की जय। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वसदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपी गो गोवर्धन वृंदावन श्री राधा कुंद श्याम कुंद आत्मक श्री ब्रज मंदिर की जय। जय श्री नवदीप धाम की जय। जय श्री पुरुषोत्तम धाम की जय। जय श्री बलदेव सुभद्रा जगन्नाथ श्री सुदर्शन चक्र जीव की जय। जय श्री वृंदा देवी तुलसी देवी की जय। जय सर्व विघ्न विनाशनकारी श्री नृसिंह देव की जय। जय श्री पुरुषोत्तम मास की जय। जय श्री पुरुषोत्तम व्रत की जय। जय व्रत पालनकारी भक्त वृंद की जय। जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय समागत भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि बोल। वंदे हम श्री गुरो श्री जुता पदकमला श्री गुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्री रूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Bol, 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 Hari Bol. We are observing Purushottam month. Today is last day. Our Gurudev told that does not mean that we will finish our Purushottam Vrata today. Purushottam Vrata should go on. Then one devotee asked, then should we continue with this mantra and these all special practices? Then Gurudev said, what is the purpose of Purushottam Vrata? Purpose of Purushottam Vrata is to worship Krishna. So this should continue, the purpose. So we will always worship Krishna, never waste time, but always worship Krishna. We will not do that mantra and these practices, but the purpose of Vrata, of worshiping Krishna, that will go on. But I heard now, I just came from Vienna, we had very nice programs with Srila Bhakti Vibhud Bodhayan Gosai Maharaj, Acharya of Gopinath Gauriya Math. So he told me, I asked him today that he said that already today at 9 a.m. Purushottam month, according to exact calculation, already finished. Then I said, but I will follow this whole day today also, and I will chant that mantra. Then he said, that mantra I am chanting whole year. Then I asked during Sunday, he said, yes. He's all like Diksha mantras. This is one mantra he's doing all time. So that is no harm. So the purpose, our Gurudev told the purpose of Purushottam Vrata should continue. Worship of Krishna. So it is the most holiest month. We got special opportunity for more benefit, for progress in devotion. And we are also hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. We heard about prayers of Brahma and commentary of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So last time I told that we will continue where we left last time in Krishna book of Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj. So last time we heard Brahma said, my dear Lord, I am therefore not interested in either material opulences or liberation. I am most humbly praying at your lotus feet for you to please give me any sort of birth within this Vrindavan forest, so that I may be able to be favored by the dust of the feet of some of the devotees of Vrindavan. Even if I am given the chance to grow just as the humble grass in this land, that will be glorious birth for me. But if I am not so fortunate to take birth within the forest of Vrindavan, I beg to be allowed to take birth outside the immediate area of Vrindavan, so that when the devotees go out, they will walk over me. Even that would be a great fortune for me. I am just aspiring for a birth in which I will be smeared by the dust of the devotees' feet. This we heard last time. So Brahma now realized about the reality of Krishna and Vrindavan and devotees here. So that is why he is humbly praying, I want this. Then further Brahma says, I can see that everyone here is simply full of Krishna consciousness. They do not know anything but Mukunda. All the Vedas are indeed searching after the lotus feet of Krishna. It is confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita that the purpose of Vedic knowledge is to find Krishna. Aham eva vidyo. That in Gita Krishna says, that verse I forgot. By all the Vedas I am to be known. And I am the compiler of the Veda, and I am the knower of Veda, and I am the topic of the Veda. So, and it is said in the Brahma Samhita that it is very difficult to find Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by systematic reading of the Vedic literature. But he is very easily available through the mercy of a pure devotee. The pure devotees of Vrindavan are fortunate because they can see Mukunda or Lord Krishna all the time. This word Mukunda can be understood in two ways. Muk means liberation. Lord Krishna can give liberation and therefore transcendental bliss. The word also refers to his smiling face, which is just like the Kunda flower. Mukha also means face. The Kunda flower is very beautiful and it appears to be smiling. Thus the comparison is made, Mukunda. The difference between the pure devotees of Vrindavan and other devotees is that the residents of Vrindavan have no other desire but to be associated with Krishna. This Nandanandan Krishna. There are so many forms of Supreme Lord and so many pastimes. But these Vrindavan devotees, they want only Krishna. Like that, you remember, when gopis, they were searching for Krishna, he took the form of Narayan. They bowed down to him, but they were not interested in him. Only they were interested in Krishna. Krishna, being very kind to his devotees, fulfills their desire. Because they always want Krishna's association, the Lord is always prepared to give it to them. The devotees of Vrindavan are also spontaneous lovers. They do not follow the regulative principles. They are not required to strictly follow regulative principles because they are already naturally developed in transcendental love for Krishna. Regulative principles are required for persons who have not achieved the position of transcendental love. Brahma is also a devotee of the Lord, but he is subject to follow the regulative principles. That is Vaidhi Bhakti. Vidhi means rule. He prays to Krishna to give him the chance to take birth in Vrindavan so that he might be elevated to the platform of spontaneous love, Raga Marg. Vidhi means rule and Nisheth means prohibition, what you should do and what you should not do. So in Padma Puran, this is related to Vaidhi Bhakti. Smartabhyo satatam Vishnu, vismartabhyo na jatuchit. Sarve vidhi nishedaha. Syur etayor eva kinkara. What one has to do, he has to always remember Krishna and never to forget him. All the rules and prohibitions in all prescriptions and prohibitions in Shastra are servants of this principle. Means their purpose is to bring about remembrance of Krishna. So those who have no rag, no attachment to Krishna natural, but they have rag for these worldly sense objects, they have to be guided by Shastra and Guru how to engage in the service of Krishna and which activities you should give up, offenses, anarthas, and what you have to do. So if you do this, then your heart will gradually become purified of attachment to this world and you will become attached to Krishna. Then when that natural devotion, which is already in the heart of every living entity, like iron attracted to magnet, when that will be awakened, then that will be spontaneous devotion. Your desire to serve Krishna will guide you. Your taste to serve Krishna will guide you. In Leela, of course, you will get the service, but you are spontaneously, you want to serve. There is no need for any explanation that if you will not serve, then you will go to hell. He is God. It is your duty to serve him. No any such explanation is necessary. You have natural attraction and you want to serve. So that is Raga Marg. The devotees in Vrindavan, they have this. In Vaikuntha there is some vidhi, because he is God, so that Aishwarya mood is there. So you have to be very careful how to serve with awe and reverence and so many things. There is some restriction there, but in Vrindavan there is no restriction. That is why it is free or spontaneous love. So gradually we can get that. How? By the grace of Brajavasi. If you get association of Brajavasi, when you become eligible for that, then you can get that kind of devotion. So Brahma wants Lord Brahma continued, my Lord, sometimes I am puzzled as to how your Lordship will be able to repay in gratitude the devotional service of these residents of Vrindavan. Although I know that you are the supreme source of all benediction, I am puzzled to know how you will be able to repay all the service that you are receiving from these residents of Vrindavan. I think of how you are so kind, so magnanimous, that even Putana, who came to cheat you by dressing herself as a very affectionate mother, was awarded liberation and the actual post of a mother in Golok Vrindavan. Not directly mother like Yashoda, but like that vet nurse, like motherly service getting there. And other demons belonging to the same family, such as Aghasur and Bakasur, were also favored with liberation. Under these circumstances, I am puzzled. These residents of Vrindavan have given you everything, their bodies, their minds, their love, their homes. Everything is being utilized for your purpose. So how will you be able to repay their debt? You have already given yourself to Putana. I surmise that you shall ever remain a debtor to the residents of Vrindavan, being unable to repay their loving service. Krishna himself admits in Bhagavatam, Na parayaham, I am not able to repay your devotion. So may your devotion be your reward. But as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna was singing the glories of Brajavasis, especially Radharani's love. In this way he is repaying. My Lord, I can understand that the super excellent service of the residents of Vrindavan is due to their spontaneously engaging all natural instincts in your service. Because this is out of intimate relation, loving relation. There is no knowledge of Godhood, but they think Krishna is my friend, my beloved, my son. So out of that relation, they are natural instinct, they are with that they are serving spontaneously. Like when child is born, then mother naturally has that caring nature for the child because of relation. So here also, it is said that attachment for material objects and home is due to illusion, which makes a living entity conditioned in the material world. The more you are attached, the more you have pain. Srila Bodhayan Maharaj gave one example in one house program in Vienna, in Bengali's house. In Bengali he was speaking, like that cactus tree. The more you embrace him, the more you get pain. Like that, the more you are attached to these worldly things and worldly relations, the more you will get pain from that. We think that the more I own, the more I enjoy like this, more I will be happy, but it's just the opposite. So this is it is said that attachment for material objects and home is due to illusion, which makes a living entity conditioned in the material world. But this is only the case for persons who are not in Krishna consciousness. In the case of the residents of Vrindavan, such obstructions as attachment to heart and home are non-existent, because their attachment has been converted unto you, and their home has been converted into a temple because you are always there, and because they have forgotten everything for your sake. There is no impediment for them. Their household, they have so many things, but this is no impediment. Why? Because they are having all this for Krishna's purpose. For a Krishna conscious person, there is no such thing as impediments in heart and home, nor is there illusion. Sarvasva tomar charane sopya, porechi tomara ghore. Everything is yours, Sarasa tomar charane sopya. I surrendered myself to your lotus feet. I porechi tomara ghore. I am here in your house. I am bowing down to you in your house. This is the devotee's vision. And then all the Bhaktivinoda Thakur explain what is the vision of those who are Krishna conscious. I can also understand that your appearance as a small cowherd boy, a child of the cowherd man, is not at all a material activity. You are so much obliged by their affection that you are here to enthuse them with more loving service by your transcendental presence. In Vrindavan, there is no distinction between material and spiritual because everything is dedicated to your loving service. So everything is spiritual. My dear Lord, your Vrindavan pastimes are simply to enthuse your devotees, to serve him. Enthuse means to give them inspiration, enthusiasm to serve him. If someone takes your Vrindavan pastimes to be material, he will be misled. Because it looks like it is aprakrita. Looks like prakrita, but it is not. Because Krishna is performing such pastimes as ordinary human being, and there is no godhood mood like this. That is why these Vrindavan pastimes, you should not speak freely in some public assembly, because people cannot understand that properly. That is, only those who are trained devotees in devotion, to them only you can say and you can hear, because they will not commit this mistake. That is why Srimad Bhagavatam has 12 cantos. So first 9 cantos, they are all meant to give us proper training in spiritual science, in the science of God, in the science of devotion, in the science of devotees, dham, all these tattvas we have to understand. And then we have to understand that this same Supreme Lord, he appeared in Vrindavan as Krishna, and he is doing such kinds of pastimes. Then you will properly appreciate that. Otherwise, if someone jumps or some public and they have no faith and like this, then they will misunderstand, and then it will be counter effect, they misled. My dear Lord Krishna, those who deride you, claiming that you have a material body like an ordinary man, are described in the Bhagavad Gita as demonic and less intelligent. You are always transcendental. The non-devotees are cheated because they consider you to be a material creation. Those who are Mayavadis, they think like that, and those who are ordinary conditioned souls, they also hear, they think some historical person, maybe. They think material creation, but it is not like that. Actually, you have assumed this body, which resembles that of an ordinary cowherd boy, simply to increase the devotion and transcendental bliss of your devotees. My dear Lord, I have nothing to say about people who advertise that they have already realized God, or that by their realization they have themselves become God. But as far as I am concerned, I admit frankly that for me it is not possible to realize you by my body, mind, or speech. What can I say about you? Or how can I realize you by my senses? I cannot even think of you perfectly within my mind, which is the master of the senses. Your qualities, your activities, and your body cannot be conceived by any person within this material world, conditioned souls, because that is beyond. Brahma was seeing with his eyes and concluding by intelligence and by Vedic scriptures, but he could not realize Krishna. Only when he got his grace, when he surrendered, then he could realize. Yes, only by your mercy can one understand, to some extent, what you are. How much Krishna reveals to you, that much you can know. But that is not complete. Krishna is unlimited. No one can completely No, that is why those who say, I know everything about God, or I am God, Brahma says, let them say, I have nothing to say about them. I can say about myself. Now Brahma got realization. That is why he's speaking like that. That is why those who are real devotees, who have real realization, they are always humble. Humbler than a blade of grass. Always. Only if they are ordered to preach, then they will be bold, but that is not out of false ego. It is out of service to Krishna, but inside they are always humble. They never claim, I know everything. My dear Lord, you are the Supreme Lord of all creation. My dear Lord, you are the Supreme Lord of all creation, although I sometimes falsely think that I am the master of this universe. That is false ego. I may be the master of this universe, but there are innumerable universes, and there are innumerable Brahmas who also preside over these universes. But actually, you are the master of them all. As the super soul in everyone's heart, you know everything. Bodhayan Maharaj in Vienna, in that house program in Bengali house, he was speaking in Bengali. There he told that Brahma is our creator because Krishna ordered him for creation. When Brahma, first he was confused, then he got that word tapa, then he did tapasya, means he obeyed, and then Krishna appeared to him and he said, now I will give you knowledge and by my grace you will realize the truth. Then Brahma realized, then he got this duty that he has to create. So he created first some mind-born sons for Kumaras, Narad, and like this, but they did not want to enter into household life for creation. Then Brahma created Manu, Swayambhuva Manu and Shatarupa. Then they married, and from them all human beings are coming. That is why we are called Manush or Manava, because we are all coming from Manu. So he told that human beings are those who are accepting the teaching of Manu. They can be called as humans. And Manu gave 5 things as instruction what one should not do. So first is one should not steal, and then one should not lie, and these things. So Maharaj asked, are you stealing? They said no. Then Maharaj said, yes, you are stealing. What is the meaning of stealing? If you take someone else's property. So then he said, who is the owner of this whole world? It is Krishna. So if you take something for yourself, then you are stealing. You can take to offer to him, and after take his prasad. Then that is proper. Otherwise, you will be thief. And then there are 5 points, non-violence, and then he explained this point like this. Then he said, if someone is not following these 5 principles given by Manu, Manu himself says that he is not human being. He may have human body, but he is like animal if he does not follow these 5 principles. So Krishna is the master, actual. Brahma is saying, but actually you are the master of them all those universes. As the super soul in everyone's heart, you know everything. Please therefore accept me as your surrendered servant. I hope that you will excuse me for disturbing you in your pastimes with your friends and calves. Now, if you will kindly allow me, I will immediately leave, so you can enjoy your friends and calves without my presence. That I already said before. We are thinking, I want to go to Goloka. There is very nice nature and Krishna and all this, but we are thinking with enjoying spirit. But you cannot enter there with any kind of enjoying spirit, only with service spirit. If you think you can with enjoyment, then you will only create disturbance there. Like Brahma here is telling, I only made disturbance, so I want to leave. I don't want to disturb your pastimes. Then further Brahma says, my dear Lord Krishna, your very name suggests that you are all attractive. The attraction of the sun and the moon are all due to you. By the attraction of the sun, you are beautifying the very existence of the Yadu dynasty. With the attraction of the moon, you are enhancing the potency of the land, the demigods, the brahmanas, the cows, and the oceans. Because of your supreme attraction, demons like Kamsa and others are annihilated. Therefore, it is my deliberate conclusion that you are the only worshipable deity within the creation. Accept my humble obeisances until the annihilation of this material world. As long as there is sunshine within this material world, kindly accept my humble obeisances. Till the end of my life, I will give you my dandavat. I want to serve you. In this way, Brahma, the master of this universe, after offering humble and respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and circumambulating him 3 times, was ready to return to his abode known as Brahmaloka. Here it is mentioned 3 times, but according to our Hari Bhakti Vilas scriptures, when we are doing parikrama of the temple, or of Tulsi or Vaishnava, we have to do at least 4 times. You can do more times, that there is no harm, but at least 4 times. Here maybe because Krishna was directly present, there is some, in Dvapar Yuga, maybe some different rules. But now the rule is you have to circumambulate, you have to go around, means you have to keep him in the center. That is one kind of service. 4 times you have to do. So Brahma was now ready to return to Brahmaloka. By his gesture, the Supreme Personality of Godhead gave him permission to return. As soon as Brahma left, Lord Shri Krishna immediately appeared, as he had on the very day the cows and cowherd boys had vanished when they were having that picnic. So this pastime of Krishna fulfilling the motherly gopis and cows, that he came as their own direct son and as calf, that was happening for 1 year in Vrindavan. Brahma, after one moment in his Brahmaloka, he came to check. Then he understood. So that is why the cowherd boys, they told about the pastime of killing of Aghasur after 1 year. Then it actually happened. Then this was the question, why after 1 year? Then this pastime was narrated because of this, because they were sleeping, the original cowherd boys, and Krishna expanded. So he, for 1 year, he did that pastime to fulfill the Brajavasis' desires and to show us this teaching that even Brahma, the first created being and knowledgeable in Shastra and also control over senses, control over mind, he cannot understand Krishna unless he receives his grace, which is coming to a surrendered soul. So this teaching we have to get during this Purushottam month, and we should worship Radha Krishna in Vrindavan. That is the object of worship for all in this month. Of course, for devotees of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this is always our object of worship, Radha Krishna in Vrindavan. And by following the teaching of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we can ultimately be, as Srila Bodhayan Maharaj said, we can be delivered from this miserable material world, and we can get ultimate goal of life, that is Krishna Prema, love of Krishna in Vrindavan. Then our life can be successful. So today Purushottam month ends. Tomorrow we will continue with our service of Krishna. That is the purpose of Purushottam month and also purpose of this human life. So we will continue our reading of Srimad Bhagavatam. Now we will start 5th canto. Last time we ended with 4th canto. Now 5th canto will start from tomorrow. Ram Krishna Vasudeva Jagannatha Hari Hari. Ram Krishna Vasudeva Jagannatha Hari Hari. Ram Krishna Vasudeva Gopinato Hari Hari. Ram Krishna Vasudeva Gopinato Hari Hari. Ram Krishna Vasudeva Shri Gauranga Hari Hari. Ram Krishna Vasudeva Shri Gauranga Hari Hari. Ram Krishna Vasudeva Nityananda Hari Hari. Ram Krishna Vasudeva Nityananda Hari Hari. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hari Bol 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 हरि बोल। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांगो गंधर्विका गिरिधारी जीव की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांगो श्री राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्वात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांगो श्री राधा नयननाथ जीव की जय। जय श्री गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ देव की जय। जय पतित पावन शिला गुरुदेव की जय। जय शिला परम गुरुदेव की जय। जय शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। जय श्री रूपानुग गुरुवर की जय। जय श्री पंचतत्व प्रभु की जय। जय श्री वृंदा देवी तुलसी देवी की जय। जय सर्व विघ्न विनाशनकारी श्री नृसिंह देव की जय। जय श्री पुरुषोत्तम मास की जय। जय श्री पुरुषोत्तम व्रत की जय। व्रत पालनकारी भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। जय श्री ब्रह्मदेव की जय। जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय समागत भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि बोल। थैंक यू ऑल। दंडवत प्रणाम।